This demo is going to show you the use of Stewart Superior Metallic Inks. Beautiful 16 colors in the palette. However, I'm going to share with you some of my ways of mixing colors together that's going to give you many more colors to use. And this is a very important information given to you with this particular ink on gourd being a slick surface. The inks are intended for multiple surfaces very successfully. Each surface will dry at a different pace. On the gourd being slick as it is, I do definitely use the heat tool to heat this, and I could even set this in front of a fan and allow it to continue drying before I go to the next step of touching it or wanting to varnish it. By the next day, however, 24 hours later, it is very, very permanent and strong on a very nice bond and strong on the gourd. Well, I'm going to take the copper penny color right now. This is so important to show you how little I use on the brush. You could barely see any amount, and that is very, very important also to let you know it goes so far. It is an opaque coverage, which is very, very nice. It will go right over black quite comfortably with one coat, and sometimes you know, a second coat might just help bring out the brightness. Painting it on, you could barely see what I've got on here as true nice color, but you're not seeing it sit on top of the gourd like you would like a paint. You don't want to use too much. And you could see how simple and at ease it is to paint right in the line. This was the same dipping, and as you can see, I'm still going. But I will give it a little bit of a refresher color. And now continue. If you put it on comfortably thin, and you get the coverage, you know, that you expect with that amount little of ink that you use, that is the best way to use this. You can always put on a second light coat as well. Okay, we've really accomplished a very good coloring, and it's quite nice. Also, enough of the color from the copper to distinguish from the darker bronze that's on the outside. And I did that on purpose because I would like to use the darkest of these colors you know, to contrast the bronze and go with some of the lighter colors that I'm going to talk about in just one second, more into the inner part. This, I believe, would really stand out quite nicely doing copper. So this gives it a nice balance where we have copper on the outer edges and copper right here on the inside. And again, you could see how very little I am using and successfully getting the coverage I want. Another important factor is, of course, this was originally designed for paper arts. Such a beautiful ink, as it does again on so many surfaces, as we later found out so many good things about playing around with these inks. And once you you know, you get used to the idea of the slicker surfaces, you'll know just the right amount to use on the brush. One important message is to truly properly dry it. That's all I can stress to you, and then not handle it. Don't allow it to be moved around until it's properly dry. Most importantly, it is meant for detail painting and not do an entire large surface. Okay, here are two other things I did. I created a gorgeous color, and I am now calling it teal. And it is actually an equal combination of blazing blue, of the metallic ink, and the emerald gloss. All I did was take equal amounts on a craft stick, and then I put them in my handy little container right here that helps keep the mix, the new mix that I made, as I want to also, what I'll do is stir it, because if I haven't used it for a week or so, it just needs a little stirring. Okay, isn't that gorgeous color? I'm going to take it right from the stick and show you this beautiful color. It is very opaque as well, but it is a lovely new teal color that I just created. And it really does have a completely different attractive look than if you were using acrylic paints. There's no question they don't compare. Plus, they are also for multi-surfaces, and most acrylic paints that you buy in the store, in the craft stores, need other mediums to make them work on other surfaces. In this case, we don't need that. And there, I just shared with you a very quick and important lesson on how lovely the use of these metallic inks are. Thank you for watching.